come on down. There's a bunch of other people here. We all just get along and deal.
Well, that's amazing. So I see you have a neighbor on here. So Jan, who is in southern Utah, which sounds like she's super close. And then Louise
Ah,
calling in from San Diego, California. I see we have Canada in the house. You guys, we're going to get started in just one more minute. So if you don't see your friends on the call, go ahead and reach out to them and get them on. What else? Who else do I see? I see Lisa from Tucson, Arizona. Yay! Another warm state that I do know. And then Missouri is on the line, Paula and Calgary. So we have people calling in from Texas, Calgary, Canada. Amazing. Oh, I see a Georgia in there as well. Okay, well, I finished with that. Peter, I think we are all ready to go.
We are live.
All right. You guys, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Pam, and I'm a senior officer with the company, and none of that's important. I just wanted to share a little bit about what's been going on this week. If you are new to this IPA call, please go ahead and put a one in the chat. I want to welcome you and say hello. Okay, so I'll wait for those ones to come in, but in the meantime, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. On listening to this call all week, I heard such amazing things. I listened. If you hadn't heard, I just blank on names all the time. Oh my gosh, Kelly Smith. If you haven't seen her call, if you heard her last week, she talked about red light and green light and yellow light. But this week, she talked about zones, and she really gave us some key points on how to move our business forward every day. If you haven't seen what the red, green, and yellow zones are all about, please go and grab that information. It's actually printable. I did print it up and it came out beautiful with the red, green, and banners, but it really gives us a step-by-step day. And the one thing looking back, I realized that if you think about this business, we are all just one step away from making a better decision. We're one step away from growing and taking us to the next level. Maybe for you, it was deciding to take a chance and just come with Partner Co. and change your health. For others, people came, yes, they came for the products because they know they're good, but they actually knew that this was a business that they could do for the rest of their life because this company is set apart in so many ways from other things we've done. You've all heard my story that I've been in 9 other MLMs that were not successful. And within 6 months, I made it to officer and have been with this company 8 years. So we know the products really work. My transformation is 8 years old, and yet I haven't put the weight back on. So we know we have a really good company that we can rely on for amazing products. But not only that, we have leaders that are outstanding. I've gone through 3 reiterations with different leaders in this company, but the one thing that's never changed is our comp plan and the ability to build this business. If you came from another multi-level marketing company that had one strict way to build, you know that this is not the same. So if you came from multi-level marketing before from another company, put a one in the chat. If you've never done it before, put a two in the chat. So I see those ones popping in. Where's my tours out there? Wow. I don't see a two yet. So the thing is, yeah, Diane. She started with me when we first started the Warrior Movement. She was right there on my side, working side by side with me. So for the most of us, we've been in multi-level marketing, and because we know that there's lots of ways to get paid, and we know that that binary or whatever those forms, they can change. We know that once you hit a title, that title in other companies, you have to maintain that title every month or you lose it. And for that reason I chose, and that was all those variations came in those other companies. I never knew the founders. I never knew the owners. But when I came to this company, they welcomed me into their home. They welcomed me with open arms. And it was amazing how our new leaders, John and Darren, they actually know almost everyone on this call. If you've been to a PXP or Destin, they'll know you by name, which is incredible. But not only that, we know that all through those 3 reiterations, nothing changed. Nothing changed about our comp plan. Nothing changed about how we got paid. But what did change is that they often give us opportunities to make even more. They give us specials. They do all of these things to help us to grow our business. And in this company, we now have tools that we never had in any other company before. Because why? Most of my companies were back in the 80s, 90s, and whatever. And none of these things even existed, not even social media. But with that said, we see that this is the right company for us because we have everything in place with products that work. But so I know for me, this company felt really different. If this company feels different for you, give me a 3 in the chat. And Sharon, I see your marketing education started back. Oh, junior achievement. I did junior achievement too. I remember that back in school in the 70s. And yes, I graduated in 1972. So we're of that same age and like mine. I got you. Yeah, I see those 3s coming in. That's amazing. So what I know about this is why I talk to people is because I started this company after retirement. Many of you are nowhere near retirement, and that's amazing. This decision came just after when I knew I needed to change not only my health but my life. But looking at retirement, you don't always get what you expect, and it doesn't always give you that ability to do what you want in your retirement. My why in this, my story is I wanted to travel the world, my husband and I, and take our kids with us. And that's something I never was able to do as a working nurse and as a department manager. So with that said, we often think is that success comes from doing everything right. But what we know is that having the perfect plan or waiting for the right timing may never come. So with our customers that we have, the right timing for them who want to build is right now. Why? Because our company is still gaining momentum. We're not there yet. And also because we don't know what the future holds. But what we do know is that making more money doing these things is only for our benefit. Because why? It's not just for us. Many of us want to do more for our family. We want to leave a legacy. In this company, we can leave a legacy for our children and our future generations. And also because cost of living goes up every year, no matter what. And we need more money maybe than we're actually able to make from our paycheck. So my vision in this company when I first started was I wanted to change the lives of thousands of, and I say women, but yes, there's men on the line, and your target audience might be men. But because I have a husband who's in this business, I leave the men to him. And so I'm working with the women. So I'm not excluding anybody, but just to know that I want to change the lives. I went from sick care, I went to into well care, and I want to help people to transform their lives. And that's why I'm doing it. Each of you has a why. If you're bold enough to put your why in here, please go ahead. So because we're in different phases, hormone disruptors, all of that, this timing is right for each of us on this call. So what the connection is, we've heard all week, it's about not us selling products. We don't sell. What we've heard over and over and over again is our connections. I've heard Katie and many of you talk about how you've been reaching out to people, that you don't forget them. This whole thing, and Danielle's on the line. I'm not sure if she could talk or not, but this whole thing that we're doing with this 90-day reset with everything that we're doing in this company is actually to lead us to be able to continue to grow. And Peter, I'm going to have you go ahead and get ready to show the growth we've had this week, because it has been amazing. And I want to share that what Danielle, what Kelly, what Winter, everybody, all of you who are putting in recipes, Katie, and sharing on your stories, that is what is helping us to get to that next level. I think it was a brilliant idea that Danielle, that they all came together and decided to move Drop Revolution 2.0, because why? These are the successes we've had this week. So I'm going to start with Fiona. I don't even know where she's from, but it's amazing to see new people coming into this business. And she now has hit new senior supervisor. So give her a round of applause, because that's an amazing accomplishment. And she's also earned lifestyle credits. What am I talking about? Lifestyle credits? Those are those credits we need for our trips. The next trip that's coming up is our trip to Hawaii. So she is now building her points, her lifestyle credits, to get her on that trip. And if you guys think I'm brand new to this company and I'll never make it, the way these people are growing, they're all going to be making getting into the Hawaii trip. And if they can do it, we can do it too. So congratulations to Fiona. And the next one is Jody and Michael Gardner. Congratulations to both of them. I saw their flyer come out this morning. New senior vice presidents. Amazing. Thank you. And then the next one is, oh my gosh, Annika. You guys, if you are from Australia, if you've ever heard Annika speak, give her some love and some heart, because this lady is phenomenal. She is teaching us all about how to brand ourselves. I can listen to her all day, every day. But there is another trip, which in order to get to this one that Annika got, one to Park City, Utah, it's in January. It ends on December 5th. What do you need? Well, of course, you need to be ultimate. You need to be ultimate to move in this business exponentially anyway. But what you need is to be CEO, and also, which is a six-figure plus income. And these people who are hitting these goals, they're not just hitting them as a goal, they're hitting it and they're continuing to hit that rank week after week. But you also have to be one of the top 50 ranks in the out of the top 50. I think it's top 50. If somebody thinks it's 25, let me know. But ranking, which means that they're not just people who just are making money, but they're bringing value to their team. They're bringing value to us. And that is incredible. And how does Annika team? How did Annika do it? She has an amazing team. And so I just congratulate her on that. But not only, you can go to the next slide. Not only did she hit that getting to summit, but she also hit her savings bonus. For those of you who don't know, this, in addition to all the money we receive, the difference between retail and wholesale cost when we get a new customer, we also get paid new volume bonus, which is 30% if you're ultimate. And if we hit more than 1,700 PV and we're a director and above, you also get money. Another way we earn money is Partner Code puts money into a pot for us. And when it reaches 10,000, then they turn this check over, and it's a big giant check that they give you either at PXP or Destin when you make this achievement. But not only that, it's not like they just set aside this $10,000 savings for us. In addition to that, once you hit it, and every time you hit over 1,700 PV in a given week, they put that money right into your check. So it's another way you got your check. So if you got a check, I saw some people put in the chat that they got paid today. If you ever go into your back office and you go under your volume report, you actually can see your your commissions that you earned for the week. If you've never seen that report before, put a 2 in the chat. I want to know if there are people that have not seen that report yet, because if you do, so there's at least one person. If so when you hit that, you get paid that money over and over and over again. But it also, do you guys even know that we get paid cost of living every week? Like, that's crazy. So if you've never gone to your back office and looked at your commission report, you'll see new volume bonus and base commission and all these other things. Danielle, do you want to share a little bit more? Are you able to talk about the savings bonus? Because I see you said it gets deposited in your bank account immediately when you hit it. Oh, yeah. And they don't take taxes out of it either. And that's incredible. I'm not sure if you're able to, but yeah, so I just wanted to point those 2 things out. Anyway, this today is the IPA call. And thank you for sharing. Oh, we have one more, Peter, one more, because I want to talk, how do any of these make these huge ranks? I have to talk about this girl right here. If you don't know Cheryl Brown, I have to tell you this little tiny piece about her story. So number one, she's in this business with Annika. They're in GG Vitality. They're out there in Australia. And this young lady, I met her at PXP. She is an amazing person. But when I talk about belief and setting yourself up to win something, when I saw James and her presented the story of how she went senior officer. If you know that we have 2 lines, a power and a pay line, to hit senior officer, you need 13,334 lifestyle credits. It's a huge achievement, but with it comes some advantages, but I won't talk about that right now. But so Cheryl set her mind on 2 things. After PXP, she came away just knowing that she wanted to explode this business. That her why, I won't go into it, but she was determined to blow up her business. And she made a declaration that she was going to go senior officer. Why? Because her ultimate goal is to go CEO. Why? Because she wants to be with Annika and she wants to learn at that summit. It's going to be our leaders that are going to be taking the individuals who've made these 2 achievements. They're going to be taking them up to the next level to show them how to become 7-figure earners. So the last day to hit that CEO is December 5th. Cheryl didn't wait to wait until Black Friday to do it. She put in her mind and she told people, she told Katie Holt Larson, and she told James, and she told Annika, I am going senior officer, it was last week now. And she set her mind. When you think about it, why did she make that? Was it because she was this close and ready to hit an achievement? Or was she so far away? Cheryl, had 1,000, I said that correctly, 1,000 some, maybe 500, but 1,000 some odd points on her power line. She had 500 PV on her pay line. And this lady sets her mind and says, I am going to do that this week because my goal is way bigger. And for me, that was mind-boggling because I look at my pay line and I say it's a big gap, just like hers. Can you imagine opening up on Saturday morning and seeing, oh, you have 500 PV already ready to go? It's from people's residual income, and it's from people who placed orders, their subscription. And she says, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to do it anyway. This lady did that in one flippant week. And I am not going to give you the breakdown, but we actually saw the back office. We saw her check. This is like, we know where she was at the beginning of the week, and yet she hit this title. And if you could hear her talk, her passion and her belief, and how this business allows that to happen, she said, but don't worry, because I have to still hit CEO by December 26th. And for those of you who don't know, it's a power and a pay line with 26,000 on each. And this girl may not even have anything left on her power line. I don't know how that worked on this last run, but yet it's 26,000 and some odd on each of her lines. So she's got a long way to go. And if belief can do it for her, belief can do it for me, and belief can do it for you. So I want to segue into why we're all here. This is our IPA call where we're sharing wins. Thanks, Peter. All that was a huge, ginormous win. We have to take ourselves where we are today if we want to build on where we want to go. So this is income producing activity. What did you do this week? Did you follow something in the boards? Did you host a post? Did you post? And what results did that yield? We want it done succinctly, because you guys can start raising your hands. Darlene, I got you. You're up next. So please raise your hand if you've done anything. Yes, Diane, she's going to be CEO by December 5th. She still has to go president, which is 20,000 on each line, and then get to 26,000 on these lines before December 5th. If that's not a belief, that's crazy. I don't know what else to say, but she will be CEO by December 5th. You guys just watch her, but don't watch her. Figure it out. Get into Millionaire Mentors so you can hear these stories. Her replay is actually up in that group. So to hear that if she can do it, so can you. So take it away, Darlene. Would love to hear how you made anything this this week. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I just want to give a real shout out to my team. Brenda Griffiths, she signed up a brand partner, Gwen, and Gwen has already signed up a couple of brand partners. She's not on the call this morning, but so Brenda has rank advanced now to manager, which rank advanced me to director. And I'm not exactly sure where Gwen is, if she's team lead or senior team lead. But yeah, so it's been an exciting week. And I just
wow.
want
So
to
Darlene, tell us how you did it. I want to hear how did that happen?
Well, my brand partner Brenda signed up a brand partner Gwen, who signed up two brand partners of her own. So that's how it worked out. So it's just been a big team effort.
Wow. And how did Gwen get her brand partners? And how did Brenda get Gwen? Yeah.
Well, let's ask Brenda.
Okay. Well, Brenda, are you able to
unmute let's ask
yourself?
Brenda.
Okay.
Yeah, Gwen reached out to me because she saw my posts online.
Yeah. Yes.
And we were partners in another MLM before. And so we were on the same team. So she reached out to me. And so I had a long, probably 2-hour chat with her about what the business was about and everything else. And she not only wanted the drops, but she wanted to be part of the business. So she signed up. She went ultimate in 2 weeks. She also got 2 brand partners. So yeah, she went ultimate. She pushed me to manage. And
and you went manager.
Yeah.
And so how did Gwen get people?
Sorry?
How did she get her to partners? Pardon me?
She has a big, Gwen's Filipino. So she has a big Filipino, she's a nurse as well. She's a registered nurse. So she has a lot of a lot of registered nurses that are interested and stuff like that. So she's reaching out to all of them, and they're reaching out to her, and she's starting to post. Like, it's taken her time. She's not a big online person. Like, she doesn't like to post, but she's starting to post now. And I told her, I said, it's really important that you do that and things. So I've taught her how to do that and showed her that she's gone through the onboarding with the warrior movement. She's gone through all that. She's gone through Alice Bot and things. So yeah, she's going gung ho. She wants Maui. She's aiming for Maui. That's what she's aiming for. Right?
Well, that's amazing, Brenda and Darlene. Thank you so much for not only sharing. So here's what I heard. I heard that Darlene, I didn't hear Darlene. How did you got Brenda? Was it through a post or how?
Well, actually, it was pretty much the same way she got Gwen because we were all in the same company before. So
Okay.
Brenda was seeing my posts, and she actually reached out to me, and
Yes.
yes, so that's how it
Okay.
happened, and Brenda got on, and
Thank
she's
you.
had really really great results with the
Mhm.
program. So yeah, that's how we did it.
Well, that is a perfect IPA. So what I heard is that Darlene, she saw a post and then she posted, and because they were from another MLM together, they all knew each other, so they were probably already looking at each other's stories. And what happened is Darlene saw the post, and then she posted, and then Brenda posted, and then Gwen posted. Uh, so that the last thing that is important to hear is we have a system of growth. We have a shortcut to how we can build this business. I'm sure that none of us had a system and growth in our other MLM. If you did, put a 1 in the chat because I want to know which other company had that, but no, they didn't. And this system of growth of how we build is how everybody is building expeditiously. And they did exactly what they did. I also heard that they were keen ho on getting people to ultimate right away. So again, it's the steps that are in place. And you guys raise your hand. We want to hear these next IPAs, and I don't see another hand raised. Or that you even got paid this week because you followed the system. So you don't have to tell us how much you got paid. We don't need to know. But if you've had growth, that's what we need. So I super appreciate you guys for following the system and getting the results you want, because that's what we want everybody to share. And Vanessa, I saw your hand up, and congratulations to you, young lady. So tell us what you did to get to where you are.
I just remained consistent, and it's just literally, every single day, every single, what do you call it? I utilize my stories a lot. And yeah, so today, what I was actually going to say was I actually signed up a brand partner today, and I've sort of been marinating with her for a little while. And I just basically said to her one day, I said, "Oh, um, I want to work with you one day. I think you and I would work really well together." And I just sort of I knew that she's actually going through a divorce, and there are some very similar circumstances to her and I with her situation. So I know that she's very delicate at the moment. And I knew that, I just knew the way I just needed to speak to her. And then yesterday we were talking, and I said, this is going to happen, we're going to work together. And so she tried to sign up last night, some glitches in the system. Anyway, she ended up signing up today. And it's really interesting, that prejudging thing. And I still do it sometimes myself, even though I say, never prejudge someone. Because she was a customer and she was converting over. And I had made assumptions that she didn't really have a lot of money. And which is true. I mean, she had a lot, but she still did another order, even though her what do you call it? Subscription went out last weekend. So I didn't think she was going to be able to. And she's saying, oh, I guess I'll order some of this and some of this, and I'll get my brother some of this. And I'm like, oh, okay. Whereas I had actually said to her, look, because you've just had your subscription, just order the cheapest thing today, and we'll work it out and da 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 da. And I was, as I said, I prejudged and I was wrong. So it ended up being a lot bigger order than I thought. And I sold another, I don't know, 15 boxes, I think, today as well. I think it got to. I'm not sure. I've lost count.
Okay, we need to hear, well, hold on. We need to hear some strategies here. First of all, I heard you say consistency and sharing your stories. What exactly are you doing? And how the heck do you sell 15 boxes in one day? Everybody wants to hear that. Please, let's get a little bit more detail here. Thanks.
So I did share last night in Australia, there's a promotion of if we buy 10 boxes, we get one free. And yes, I did have someone the other day buy the whole 10 boxes and get one free. That was a brand new customer, actually. But I've just been going back through my through some messages and going back through some posts and looking for people who haven't yet bought, who have inquired, or for whatever reason they haven't bought. Sometimes they say it's money, sometimes they whatever. I'm going back through and I'm saying, hey, I know that you showed some interest recently. For whatever reason, it wasn't the right time, but I just wondered if now might be because we've got a sale on. So I've been working out the cost because we get one free. We'll work out the cost of a box here. And I've sort of been doing the price at just below what it would be subscription price. So for in Australia, it depends on where they are in the country, in the world, but in Australia, if on subscription, it's $212 per box of drops. And we're buying them at the moment for $126. So there's a lot of room to sort of give them a bit of a discount. So I just said on the thing, I've just been saying there's a sale on, but I don't mention the price. And then I've just said to them, look, it's whatever it was, like 200 for one, or, if you buy multiples of three, though, it's a little bit cheaper again and So, yeah, so they've been buying sometimes 2 and 3 and as well. So, yeah.
Wow.
So,
Well,
yeah.
Vanessa, I'm super impressed with you. What I heard is consistency. And that is something that all of us are striving to do, is to be consistent with our posting. But also what I heard is it's not just doing the post and then walking away. You're actually following up with people. And that follow-up is what's going to make a difference. And you went back into old post to see who you followed up with already, who didn't respond, and to offer them an opportunity with a special. So we have that special that's coming up, and we definitely want to have a list of people who we can reach out to right away. But in the meantime, we don't want to wait until the end of November to start reaching out to people. We want to reach out to them now and get them started so that they will have the belief that your people have. And with that belief, like Brenda, who's made a major transformation, getting those stories out there and getting them posted is what's going to help bring people to you. They want to know that we're real. They want to know that we genuinely care about them. And that is a huge difference. And that you're following up with all of your posts that people who haven't bought yet. And that's imperative. So if you guys want massive growth, these are nuggets. Save them, write them down so that you can go out and manage this and duplicate this today.
And
Thanks,
I was
Vanessa.
just going to add one more thing. The other thing is working with my downline. And so Nikki, one of the girls in my downline who this morning, so I'm working with her. So whatever I'm doing, I'm working with her to do exactly. She's probably the most active one in my team at the moment. And so she went this morning. Over the past few days, she's been doing the same thing, but I've been coaching her literally And she's never done this business before. So I'm literally coaching her with almost every single customer that she has and holding her hand with or new customers, I should say, and talking to them and really nurturing her. So this morning she went over a 3-hour period. She went from senior manager. I don't know, what's the next one? Is it director? No, what's
Yes.
after? Okay, director to then
Yes.
senior director and then to vice president today. So
Wow. Wow. That's
yeah,
incredible. Mhm.
yeah. So then that, and it was that she's in my power line, but through working my pay line and stuff as well. So then I was working with her, juggling this. It's a mammoth day. And then I actually kicked over to, I don't know, what's the next one? Senior vice president. Yeah, yeah, today. So
Wow, 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 wow. That's a lot of accomplishments. And again, we're in this business by ourselves, but we're in this business for ourselves, but we're not in this business by ourselves. And helping out our teammates achieve what they want helps us to achieve everything that we want. And some people say, "Oh, I don't have to worry about my power line because I've been blessed," or yada, yada, yada. But no, unless your power line is actually growing at 13,334 every single week. Not that you have carryover volume, but each week, because that's what's going to be required to hit these major, bigger titles, like the ones that Cheryl's going for, and myself and others on this line. So we absolutely want that line optimized. That's the word we use, every single week, that there's enough people that are on residual income, that there's enough teammates that are building over there, that line is just moving, week after week after week. So thank you so much, Vanessa. I see a few more hands. I want to be mindful of our time. And Adele is next, and then on deck is Eric.
Hello,
Adele,
everybody.
what's going on this
Hello.
week with you, young lady?
Good morning, Pam. Thank you so much. You're so good. Thank you. And uh, it's hard to follow up. Was it Allison that just spoke?
No,
Who
that
was
was
that?
Vanessa.
Vanessa. That was really good. Mine is
Mhm.
not as big, but
Oh,
you didn't
stop
have.
that. Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Anyway, you guys know me. I'm all about belly to belly and meeting people. And, basically at my age, you know, you're not going out there as much. There's not so many parties. There's not so much gatherings. Your friends. Yeah. So anyway, I started doing the networking, right, with the different networking groups. And this week I sold a set of drops at one morning at my Wednesday morning networking I went to. And then yesterday, brand new person, she heard my story twice and she bought a set of drops. And at these networking meetings, you normally have 1 minute, okay, to give your spiel.
Mhm.
And anyway, so that's mine, yes. The networking
Well,
and
that
meeting
is
with people.
Adele, that's amazing. I love that you're in groups and that you're reaching out to people with that 1 minute story. So can you guys imagine you tell a story for 1 minute and somebody says, "Okay, I want that." Like that's exactly what we all want. So it's just, and it's duplicatable. We can share a
Yes.
story, get someone else. So that is absolutely the stories we want to hear. Why? I think about that and I think, oh my gosh, how many of us have boxes in our house? We want to we want to sell all the products we have on sale because we have this ability to do what Vanessa's doing with getting these bulk orders. So can you imagine you have followed up with your people and you see that this one maybe hasn't ordered yet, or maybe they only ordered a box and haven't ordered another. So now we can be thinking, oh, I got to get a list together of people who want a box, want a pack. Let them get it now. They get those results in the next 3 weeks. Then they can segue into following those board scripts. We can follow up. So what's going on now? How's your health? Following up to hear let's get that posted. Let's get it out and turn those customers into brand partners. All of those brand partners are going to need to go ultimate. It's still within 4 weeks. We can help so many people if we would start that follow-up right now. So Della, thank you for your story. Were you
I
going
have
to
a
say
real
something else?
Yeah, I do real quick.
Yeah.
What was that? I think it was Annika that said when people are viewing your they're not liking, they're just viewing your story.
Mhm.
She said she would text them back and say, thank you for viewing my story. And then what was the question she said? It's not really a question. She
Yeah. So she
gave
says, were you oh, thank you for your support. Or were you just supporting me? Or were you interested to hear more about what I do? And that little script is actually in the boards, and
okay.
it clearly says if you put in at the top and you're on your computer, if you
Uh-huh.
put in follow-up scripts for someone who likes, it'll take you right to that board of
Okay.
what to say. You can just copy it and paste it
Okay. Because she
into
said
there.
something about it's not a yes or no question at the, where they had to answer it.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. If you're doing a poll,
Yes, the poll. That was it.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, a poll. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So if you're doing a poll, you don't want to say, do you want more, do you want to know, do you want the drops? Yes or no? She says, don't use the negative. So you would say instead, interested in hearing, are you ready? You could say yes, or the next box would say more info or info, please. So those
Uh,
are two positives. Yes,
okay.
I'm ready. You can reach right out to them and send them that next strip. Or I want info, then you can put them into machine 2.0 or give them
Got
the info, follow up. So yeah,
Thank
you never want a negative and a positive. You just want to make it in two positives.
Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Okay, thanks. And thank you so much, Adele.
You're
Eric,
welcome.
you're up. What's
Good
up?
morning. Happy Friday, everyone. And yes, I did get paid. That was nice to wake up to this morning. And as soon as we open up our phone, the first thing that we normally see is that the world is falling apart and everyone's going to hell. And this morning I opened up, and ironically, it was Adela telling her story about how she got involved with the products. And it was really encouraging to me. And even Vanessa hit something just a minute ago where she said something about prejudging. And we have a tendency to prejudge ourselves and prejudge our success and prejudge our business. And so, several things I wanted to unpack right quick. Adela, a year and a half ago, you were on a walker, and so I had a memory pop up in my Facebook this morning, and I actually posted it on my wall about progress, because I showed the video of my first 21 days that I'd been on the products, and I'd lost 14 pounds. And I was thinking, who is that fat, swollen, inflamed guy on that screen? It was me. And so we have a tendency to prejudge ourselves. But if you look at where we all are, everything we do, guys, is progress. Everything is progress. The fact that you're on this call this morning is progress. So, if you're not having a great week, there's another week next week. There's another day tomorrow. Today is just a day, but you do the best you can. You give it all you can and do it as unto the Lord, and it's going to be blessed. So, a couple of things that were really interesting to me, Adela, you just said you were talking about the negative, and it had already popped in my mind already that whenever I'm going to the boards, I'm actually changing a couple of the scripts on there because I do not give them the opportunity to say, yes, I'm just supporting you. I'm taking that negative part out of that. I know they're supporting me because they like the post. So I'm not even giving them that option to opt out then. So that seems to be changing some things. The other thing was check your junk mail. Check your junk mail. I just found 3 new leads that were in my machine since last week. Had no idea. Check your junk mail. I guess that's it. I've been taking notes the whole morning, and it's just interesting how we're all on the same page. We're all doing the deal, and we're all having the same issues. And I think part of it is seasonal, but we're all having progress. So just keep going forward and keep looking up because it's going to happen.
Thank you. Hey, Eric, we all want to know, what did you change the boards to? You said you tweaked it.
I just
What
took
did you
out the
change?
part about them offering or that they were just supporting. I just dropped that line completely.
So what did you say instead? Do you remember?
I don't have it in front of me. I did something creative,
Okay.
I'm sure.
Okay.
But I do not give them the opportunity to just say they're supporting me. because I want them to have the information. I might have said something like, do you want information on the drops, or are you interested in the business opportunity? I can't remember exactly how I worded it, but not
Okay.
even letting them opt out that way.
All right, I got you. Makes sense. Eric, thank you. And I love that. I love the value in the IPA calls. You heard Adela's progress. We hear, like Eric, if you want to post, which we do, we all want to post males and females on our posts. If you want to see amazing pictures, use Eric's. Just know that if you're here on this call, you've already given consent to reuse and reshare pictures. We have boosting groups that we reshare and repost other people's stories or transformations. I would recommend, though, that we put it in our own words so that it sounds like it's coming from us and genuine. So you can ask Mr. Chat, how do you go about changing that, changing the post? Or I ask him always to change my post so that it sounds like my voice. And I'm still sharing the truth of their transformation, but I'm putting my own spin on it. So thank you so much, Eric. I super appreciate it.
Thank you.
It is almost time to wrap up. I wanted to address a couple of questions in the chat I saw. Thank you, Danielle, that once you hit your 10K bonus, it immediately, I said that already, pays you and you receive a 2K a month pay increase to 24K a year. That's incredible. If you didn't understand what I just said, just know that these are goals and options and different ways we get paid. Partner Co has 9 different ways we do get. So that's perfect. And Katie, an optimized line is senior officer, which is 13,334. So for some of you who are going officer, it's 6,667 is what's required. So you're right on for optimizing your line as an officer. But how we make the most money, how James is making money, how Annika's making money, how these incredible leaders are making money, is that line optimizes week after week. Yeah. What'd you say, Adela?
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm sorry. No, I accidentally hit it.
Okay, no worries. Anyway, so the answer to your question is 13,334. And if you don't understand, send me a text. I'll help explain it further if you need. We're here for each other. We're not by ourselves. And Elizabeth, your comment that you love that she's holding her hand and talking to her customers. And I'm sure you were talking about when we're listening to Darlene and then Brenda and Gwen and or Vanessa, who also is doing just that. That's exactly what we want to do. So thank you guys for being here today. I did have a couple of really quick announcements, and then I'm going to turn it over to Matthew, who's going to pray it out. For those of you who were interested in being on the Wellness Council, just know that, so one of the criteria is that you have to be in the company for over a year, the wellness, and you have to be a part of, how do I say it? You have to be, it doesn't have to be an RN, a doctor, a chiropractor, a counselor, whatever it is that you're doing in that health or wellness field. Athletics Council is a part of it as well. So for those people who are interested and you've been here over a year and you have to attend a PXP event this year and or our Destin event or wherever you're from in Australia, that today's the last day for applications. If you're interested on where the application is, go to Partner Co. Use that little blue chat at the bottom and ask for the Wellness Council application. But I just wanted to put that out there. And then I'm sorry, I'm probably talking too fast for a lot of people. I also wanted to remind you all that the tickets, this is in Partner Co. The Destin Connect event that's coming up, it's right here to get your tickets. So go here, and if you want any information about Maui, that information is in here too. And the last Partner Co Connect event for this year is going to be December 6th in Greensboro, North Carolina. So if you have friends, remember it's $40 for the Greensboro event. And not only that, if you bring guests, they're all free. Adela, you raised your hand?
real quick, yes. James has put it out there, but if anybody has anybody in Southern California between Riverside and San Diego County, we are having a celebration appreciation for customers on Saturday the 15th here
Of
in
what?
Marietta.
Of November?
Yes, in 2
November?
weeks,
Okay.
November, in 2 weeks. And just in case you might have friends out here, James is going to be there. We're going to have Janine, myself, speakers, and other testimonies. And it's a free breakfast, a really good breakfast. I even asked him, please, can you make it more healthy? And he's having avocado toast and he's having fruit instead of the pancakes. So that's good.
Okay, so to be clear, today's
Yeah.
the 7th. The 14th is next Friday. That's a week from today.
So, did I say 2 weeks? I'm sorry. It's the 15th.
Yep.
So a week from tomorrow.
Oh, Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you guys all for joining me today.
Thank
And
you.
I'm going to turn it over to Matt, who is going to be closing us out in prayer. If that's not your thing, no worries. You can go ahead and click off right now. But for those who are on and would like to participate, here we go. Thank you, Matt.
Good morning,
Take us out.
everybody, and thank you, Pam, for just a wonderful call today. And I will tell you that just listening to everybody, I will say this: it's just a heart of gratitude. There are so many success stories, and for some reason, that word gratitude keeps on. It's like it keeps on resurfacing, and so I will just say for everybody on this call and for the people even that either left or couldn't make it, I'm just very, very grateful for this group. And so living our lives with a heart of gratitude is huge. So I just want to give thanks to the Lord because he's the one that's been able to give us that and sustain us through that. So Lord, we just come before you today, Lord, and we are so thankful that we get to be part of a group that, yes, we change lives, but it all starts with the person that we look at in the mirror. And that is, it starts with us. And Lord, we thank you that you have given us a tool that we can not only improve our own lives, but improve our own lives through you too, Lord, but also be able to have the opportunity to share our lives with others through either personal stories, through social media, or whatever way that we can connect with folks. Lord, we know that connection is the key, and we know that Lord, through you, whenever there's two or more together, Lord, that you are there. And so, Lord, I just thank you that we have a group of just God followers and people who seek you and just are just truly full of gratitude for what you're doing in our lives, but even more so, even more so with what you're doing in this group. You are creating legacies here, and you're creating so many incredible folks to lead this incredible business, Lord. So, Lord, I just ask that as we go out this Friday and throughout the weekend, that you would keep us all safe, Lord, that you would continue to draw us closer to you and allow us to just be a shining glimmer of hope for people who need hope and that need some sort of a can't think of the word right now, but some sort of a breakthrough. And so, Lord, let us use us in ways that we can impact your kingdom. And Lord, we just give you thanks. Lord, we ask that you keep everybody safe, that you bring us back here on Monday. We can hear many stories of just not only how you are changing our lives, but also how this product and how the very many products in the business are changing lives. And I always say it's one heartbeat at a time, Lord. So, well, Lord, we'll give you thanks for this day. And we thank you for Pam for leading this call. We thank you for all the people who spoke today and are just really, celebrating victories. And Lord, the greatest victory, Lord, is that we have you in our lives and that we get to do this business. We don't have to, but we get to because you allow it, Lord. So we give you thanks. We have a heart of gratitude as we go out this Friday. In your precious name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you
Beautiful.
tonight.
Amen.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Pam.
Thank you for
Amen.
this fabulous call,
Have a
everyone.
blessed weekend, everyone.
God bless.
All right.
Thank
Amen.
you.
Have a blessed day.
Amen.